Hi, Nancy Levin here, best-selling author and master coach. And something happened last week that is still moving me. And I thought I'd hop on here and share it with you. So I was on the phone with my mom, and we were talking about a family down the street from her. And over the summer, their 12-year-old daughter drowned. And they still have two girls. And my mother has been taking things down there for the family, dropping things off for the girls. And last week, the mom invited my mom in. And for those of you who know my story, I have a brother who died, which means my mother has a son who died. And my mother started sharing her own experience with this young woman. My mother started letting her know that she remembers how people didn't know what to say, so they didn't say anything, or they said the wrong thing, or they stayed away because they felt uncomfortable or felt awkward. And my mother said, that she encouraged this woman to leave pictures around and keep their daughter's memory alive. That my mother said, you've got two girls who need your attention and love. And don't forget about them. Don't isolate so that you don't give them what they need. And my mother was telling her that in response to her saying to my mom, actually, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can get through this. And my mother said that when this was happening for her, that she had said to her mother, my grandmother, I don't know if I can get through this. I don't know if I'll have the strength. And that my grandmother told her, you will find the strength within. You will have the strength you need. You will have the courage you need to survive this. And my mother was sharing this with this woman, that here's my mother decades later. She did find the strength. She was able to go on with her life. She was able to raise me and my sister. She was able to have a loving and thriving marriage, despite the greatest tragedy that we can often imagine, losing a child. And, it really got me thinking about the thing that I always say, that, when we share ourselves, when we share the truth of who we are, there is a portal for connection, that we find ourselves in each other's stories. So by my mother sharing her experience with this young woman could see a version of herself in the future thriving. And I was so taken by my mother sharing this with me that I told her, Mom, I'm so moved by hearing this, and I'm so impressed also. And my mom was like, you're impressed with me? And I said, I am, because really you're a natural coach. You're using your own experience to help someone else along the path of healing. And to me, that's what this is all about. This is about how do we come together in connection, sharing our stories. This is what's at the root and the heart of intimacy. So, I've been talking about relationships a lot lately. And I want to really, hit home that it's not just about partnership or marriage or spouses or that, that kind of relationship, romantic relationship. I'm talking about relationship across the board, learning how to relate. And as we relate, sharing the truth of who we are, coming together in connection, and doing that through truth telling. That's the way that we find ourselves in that sweet spot when my vulnerability can meet yours. So I share this with you because, again, if you know my story, you've heard me say that the dissolution of my marriage was really the great healing with my mother, that it led to the healing with my mother. And it's gorgeous to me that I find me and my mom now, at this age and stage of our lives, the closest we've ever been, the most resonant we've ever been, the most in rapport we've ever been, because we're able to be honest. And she gets me, and I get her, and she accepts me, and I accept her. And it's beautiful. So I just thought I'd pop in and share that with you, that you never know what moment in time might, first of all, present you an opportunity to share your own experience with someone else to help them heal and to help them see a future version of themselves living healed. And I share this because I really just want to honor my mom. So I'll be popping in weekly to share sort of the raw and real tidbits of my own life in hopes that they support you in honoring your life. Thanks for being with me.